I really began to get interested in investments through my grandfather, who had a very responsible, prestigious position in New York City with the railroad. He was a negotiator between labor and management, but he was also followed the market on a daily basis. And I remember as a child going down into his basement, and he had lots of charts and graphs all over the place and followed the daily movements of the market. And there were three things he told me as a child that have stuck with me all my life. And he said, when looking for stocks, he always had three criteria, and one was the balance sheet of the company. The other was who was the management, who were the people in charge making the decisions, and the third was the company paid through dividends. As I said before, I was very worried when I first retired that I might have to go back to work, because I knew that I did not have enough. According to all the pundits, I didn't have enough saved to retire on. I just didn't, and I was playing catch-up ball and felt like, what am I going to do? I did retire in 2010, but it was almost like it was karma in a way, because I just happened upon it the summer after I retired. And I started reading Bill's approach. I liked it. It made a lot of sense to me. I think the most important thing, though, it was simple. So I just didn't know what I was going to do. And that's why it was such a godsend for me to find the dividend machine and Bill, because I do feel more comfortable. I'm not a wealthy woman by any means still, but I feel that my financial security is a little more on stable ground than it was 4 years ago. I have decided that this is what I wanted to do, follow the dividend machine. I made up my mind fairly quickly after I read Bill and learned about who he was and what his approach was. One of my first buys when I first started following Bill's plan was a stock that has in 4 years, less than 4 years actually, gone up 205%. I've had other stocks that have achieved a gain of 69%. I have one stock that has gone up 79%. Yes, I have informed a lot of my friends, and I have some very well-to-do friends, and I've told them a lot about my successes with the dividend machine in my modest way. And they're intrigued and have been, and I've actually forwarded the newsletter to them on a regular basis. And they have actually started following a lot of what he has been recommending. And they are thrilled too. They're very happy with the outcome that they've received. When I talk to some of my friends, a very good friend, in fact, who's with another large investment firm, and their fee is 2% of his portfolio every year. And that's a lot if you have a lot of money. And he does. He has a substantial amount of money. And so he pays them every year 2% of his portfolio. And he has made 13% on his money this year. Well, most people would say, oh, that's wonderful. That's terrific. You've made 13%. But why is it wonderful if you could make 35% or 40%? So that's why I'm thrilled with Bill. So I just can't speak highly enough for it. It's been a godsend to me. It's made me much more comfortable mentally and financially in my position in life. I'm not quite so worried about what retirement means to me. I'm not thinking about money every single second of the day. The stock market traditionally, and I learned this from my grandfather, I'm no expert on it, I'm not a financial wizard, but the stock market traditionally has always paid off. But the secret to Bill's plan, the dividend machine, is that he knows the stocks to pick. And that's the whole key. I'm not an expert. I don't know. And so that's where I trust him. Find the stocks and recommend them, and the right buy-in price for them, and the proper weighting of the portfolio. It all comes together in a beautiful whole that, for me and for, I know, the people who have been following him, it has paid off and been a terrific godsend in their lives. It's not too late. It really is not too late. Even if you only have $100 to set aside every month, if you buy stock and follow Bill's plan, you really will be amazed how quickly it can triple, quadruple, and where you will feel a little more comfortable in your saving. Just putting it in a savings account, as we all know, is not going to do it. Don't wait. Even if you're in a retirement age or advanced years and you've never done anything like this, don't wait. Do it now. You'll not be disappointed. And that's what I love about Bill's approach. It's simple. It's easy to understand. There's no nonsense with it. He lays it out for you. You know exactly what to invest in. $99 a year is a steal for what you get out of it. Without the dividend machine, I would not be sitting here today. I would not be able to tell other people how wonderful it is and how important it is for them to at least explore the idea. But I certainly would not feel the comfort level I do today with my financial security and its eventual outcome. Thanks to the dividend machine, I feel more comfortable mentally and physically, and I've been amazed. It's been almost a miracle to me. I have never made the kind of money that I have made in the last 4 years with his approach. My name is Susan Sharp, and I am thrilled to be a Dividend Machine subscriber.